welcome back to Love Tangle. Let's see if we can pass the checkpoint. Yay, we cleared it. I knew it. I have no idea how long Cody has been standing there staring at us. It's not what you think. Ryan has a bad habit of teasing me all the time. Maybe you can convince him to stop. I've told her already. I'm not trying to tease her. Ryan, it's not nice to lead her on like that. If I were you, I'd be much more direct. Cody, you're just as bad as he is. Ryan and I both smile as Cody's feigned disgust turns into a grin. Following that, we opened 2 bottles of wine and enjoyed Ryan's special penne al aribara. Our drinking easily keeps pace with the fast-flowing conversation. I feel my enjoyment growing as the alcohol begins to take effect. Kayla, would you like some water? Sure, I'll get it. I set down my glass and stand up, then abruptly lose my balance and fall on top of Cody. Whoa! Ugh. Sorry. Wait, is Cody asleep? Cody faintly grimaces in pain and rolls over. You stay here, I'll get it for you. Ryan gives me a pat on the head, then heads to the kitchen. Thanks! As I quietly sit there, waiting for his return, and I begin to realize I'm growing tired. Perhaps I should return to my room? I hear Ryan speaking to me as my consciousness starts to fade. Before I know it, I'm asleep. My final memory is the vague sensation of being lifted into the air. My body doesn't want to move. Huh? Is this my room? As I recall, I stopped by the Gray's room last night to have a drink with him. I try to sort out my thoughts without any success. Sitting up, I notice my bag on the bed next to me. I'm still in the clothes I wore yesterday. Ryan or Cody must have carried me here. Shaking the cobwebs from my head, I check the time. Oh wow, it's late! I immediately jump up and get ready for work. Leopards are generally nocturnal, and Kaleido leopards are no different. They start to become more active around sunset. Although we can monitor them from the lab, I still stop by their area several times during the day. Lately, when I've been showing up, the leopard I call Lana has been coming over to greet me. She must be worried about her friend who's been quarantined. Don't worry, Lana, I'll find an antibody. Just you wait and see. I whisper reassuringly to her, and she growls softly and walks away. When I turn around, Timo, who has an early shift, is waiting for me. Timo, are you finished for the day? Yes, I wanted to bring you this before I left. The writing on the envelope he hands me looks familiar. It's from my father. I wonder what it could be. I talked to Dr. Michelle on the phone this morning. He said this should help you out with your antibody research. Peeking inside, I see a DVD and several pages of data. He wasn't worried about sending this important data through the mail? Frustrated, I glance up at Timo. He quietly points to the envelope. Huh, what is it? I finally notice it bears the seal of Kyo City, where my father currently lives. It was sent from Kyo City, then any information inside will be safe. Don't worry. It will? Yes, Kaleido and Kyo City security agencies have an agreement. There wouldn't be any risk. Really? I didn't know that. Well, I'm heading home. Have a good evening, and thanks for bringing me this. I watch Timo leave before heading back to the laboratory. Wanting every advantage at my disposal, I stay up late into the night studying the materials my father sent me. This might be faster than my current process. I'll have to let Timo know first thing tomorrow morning. Still, I have to wonder how my father found out that I'm researching antibodies. Although curious, I don't give it any further thought as I say goodbye to the night staff and head home. When I arrive back at Lilac Court, the gate automatically opens to let me in. Oh, that's cool, it opened. Just as I'm walking through the gate, I hear Joy call out from behind me. Kayla, are you just getting home? Oh, hi Joy. Yes, I am. Looks like you were out late too. The two of us start chatting as we head inside the apartment. Joy and I have no trouble finding things to talk about. Come to think of it, we haven't really talked since I arrived here. The realization hits me how much I am enjoying our conversation. Anyhow, since I accompanied them on the set today, they were kind enough to give me a ride. Suddenly, Joy pauses and leans towards me. Kayla, would you care to join me for a cup of tea in the cafe? Tea? Sure. Just let me drop off my stuff in my room first. Absolutely, I'll do the same. See you in a minute. We wave to each other as we head off down the hallway in separate directions. A short while later, Joy and I meet up again in the cafe and opt to partake of Josh's healthy menu offerings. Joy seems quite frank and easy to get along with. So, I actually asked you to join me because I've been meaning to give you these. Are those movie tickets? I pick up the tickets from the table to get a better look at them. Isn't this for the romance everyone expects to be nominated for an Academy Award? That's right, I have 2 tickets to the private premiere. You should take one of the Grey brothers. What? You mean you're not going to go with me? Joy waggles her finger back and forth in front of my nose. I have to invite either Ryan or Cody? Well, you guys know who we're gonna invite. Forget it. Maybe if it were the three of us, but you can't expect me to choose just one. Then I guess these will just go to waste. The tickets call out to me as I recall reading the books years before. Come on, Joy, why don't we just go together? I'm going with my lover. What? Oh, she must be going with Miguel. And before you get any ideas, it's not Miguel. Oh my gosh, they're so cute together though. It's not? Okay, I'll admit it, I'm surprised. Josh, who's standing behind the counter, begins to snigger. Back to you, Kayla. The way I see it, both of the Gray brothers are more than a little interested in you. You could keep pretending you're all just friends, but that wouldn't last forever. Are you sure about that? I don't get that feeling from either of them. Ryan and Cody's faces flashed through my mind. I saw you being carried home from their room last night. However, I was pretty tired and the lighting in the hallway wasn't so great, so I couldn't make out who was carrying you. Sure enough, one of the brothers did carry me home. Either way, it looked like you were awfully cozy to me. But how do I know who to thank if you don't recognize who it was? Kayla, what difference does it make? You should be trying to get closer to the one you're most interested in. You want to see this movie, right? Well, yes. Then invite one of the brothers you want to go with. So it's back to inviting Ryan or Cody. If possible, I'd like to take whoever carried me back to my room. The first symptom of true love in man is timidity. In a girl, it is boldness. Or so they often say. So who will it be? Joy is watching me expectantly as I stare down at the tickets. So that's the end of the chapter. Look forward to the next one. So, Kayla, tell me what's really going on with the Grays. In my opinion, the two of them are so into you. It's so obvious that they just want you so bad. Well, Cody is bright and cute, but he looks manly when he gets serious. Ryan he's sexy and polite, but sometimes he's sarcastic. Don't you agree with me? Whichever you choose, I'm sure he'll be wonderful and fun to be with. But they are completely different types. It's all up to you, my girl. It'll be easy because I can tell that you've already made up your mind. This isn't just about choosing who you'd like to go to the movie with, but you'll also be making a life-changing decision. Kayla, choose someone you really care about. Alright, I'll let you go now. Who will you choose? Oh my gosh, I wonder who. Cody. Start a new story with him. Bring it on! Cody Chapter 5. It's morning on my day off, and I'm sitting at the counter in the cafe thinking, You're frowning. Something on your mind? Ryan calls out to me as he steps inside from the terrace. Yes, but it's nothing serious. Would you like another cup of coffee, Miss Michelle? Oh, sure. Thanks, Josh. Josh acknowledges me with a smile, then starts grinding coffee beans for my cup. I massage my brow while staring at the movie tickets Joy gave me. I'm so self-conscious that I can't bring myself to ask either of those brothers. Relax. It doesn't have to be anything serious. Ryan laughs when I finally look up. I've never seen so many expressions at once. Watching you never gets boring. I suppose Ryan would go if I asked him, wouldn't he? Ryan is pleasant enough. Spending my day off with him would be surely fun. I finally work up the courage to ask him then. Oh, movie tickets. Cody reaches around and snatches the tickets up. Hey! Ooh, these are the private premiere. How did you get them? That's right, Cody's an actor. He loves films too. Joy gave them to me. Cody's eyes glitter with excitement as he stares at the tickets. I ask if Cody will go with me or ask Cody to return the tickets. Ask if he'll go with me. Obvi. Cody, would you like to go with me? I take the plunge and just ask him. Really? Are you serious? I've got a spare ticket still though. You are an actor. Are you sure it's okay to be seen with me? You're worried about that? Well, having you with me at the premiere will probably land both of us in the magazines. Oh yeah? But what about all your female fans? I wouldn't want to get them upset. I won't let that happen. Trust me. Cody reaches out and takes hold of my hand. Cody thinks it was the best choice. Oh yeah, we made a good choice. Lucky you, Cody, getting invited to a date by Kayla. Ryan is sitting there watching us with a smile. No kidding. Sorry, Ryan, but she's all mine today. All yours. I know he doesn't mean anything by it, but it sticks in my head. Come on, Kayla, we don't have much time. Oh, you're right. I'll go change. Can we meet back here in 30 minutes? Okay, make sure you're dressed to the nines. Don't start raising the bar on me like that. Then Cody throws me a suggestive look. Sorry, but just so you know, I'll be in a suit. He's got a point. I nod back at him as I'm suddenly reminded that he's an actor. Understood. I'll knock your socks off. Just wait and see. At least I hope I will. What was I thinking? I sigh as I stare at the contents of my closet. Having to choose an outfit from this is crushing my enthusiasm. This is horrible! I don't even know where to start. This is what I got for concentrating on functional clothing instead of fashionable ones lately. Wait, I know what I'll do. I take a gamble and head to Joy's room. What's wrong? You look worried. Sorry to surprise you. Do you have a minute? Aha, I bet I know. You've chosen your date for today and now you're looking for something to wear? How did you guess? It was so easy. So, who did you pick? Joy takes hold of her chin and gives me an inquiring look. Well, is it Ryan or Cody? Cody. I confess to Joy who I'm going to the private premiere with. She gives me a wink with a good plan coming up in her mind. Leave it to me, Kayla. I'll make you look so cute that Cody will drop his jaw. Wait for me in your room. Then Joy goes back into her room. Let's start by having a look in your closet. Joy quickly begins sifting through my clothes, occasionally pulling a piece out and holding it against my body to check it. You've got some great stuff in here, but I think you're better off using one of my dresses today. You don't mind? They look really nice. I get most of them from work, like a show. You can keep whichever one you use. Besides, your outfits might be great for Ryan, but don't forget that Cody is an actor. This should look good. Joy holds up a dress in front of me and I look at myself in the mirror. It's fabulous! Here, we'll create a messy updo and perfect. I feel like an entirely different person. Thank you so much, Joy. I excitedly twirl around to admire Joy's work. You're really pretty, Kayla. It's a shame you don't dress that more often. I suppose you're right. Lately, I've just been dressing for work or wearing shorts. Well, my work here's done. Cody's going to be really surprised when he sees you. I'd love to be there for his face, but unfortunately, I have to get going. Joy gives me an encouraging pat on the back before leaving. After a quick slap on the cheeks to reassure myself, I head off to meet Cody in the cafe. Kayla, you look like an actress. Ryan's comment is quite flattering, and Josh also appears very impressed. Cody stands up from the sofa and takes hold of my wrist. Ah, he's in a suit! That will do. Let's go. He immediately begins walking. That will do? Hey, Cody, slow down! Cody, think of yourself as an escort today, would you? I notice Cody's ears have turned red as he slows down to match my pace. And now we're at the date spot. A lot of famous personalities are making their way up to the red carpet. Cody and I, however, use the regular entrance next to it up to the theater. Look at all the people! Yeah, make sure you stick with me. I see the red carpet area crowded with all the people who seem to be famous personalities, while I'm gripped by the fabulous world I've never seen before. Aren't you Cody? I hear someone call out to Cody from the red carpet area. I pull my gaze up to the voice to find a man in a tuxedo waving at us. Director, Kayla, he directed Bridge Over the Sky. What? Nice to meet you, young lady. I'm Richard Levitt. Cody, I didn't expect to see you here. I'm a little involved in this movie. Please enjoy. Yes, sir. After having a short conversation with Cody, Mr. Levitt goes back to the crowd at the red carpet area. That's the premiere. I can't believe I just met the director of Bridge Over the Sky. It surprised me too. Oh, it's starting soon. We better hurry up. Theater 5, right? It's over here. Cody seems to know his way around. We find our designated seats without incident and sit down side by side. I think it's been several years since I last saw a film in the theater. This is like a really nice theater, not like a normal movie theater. Not even on a date? I'm not sure how to answer him. I guess you spend all your time with your animals? That's right. They don't leave me much time for dating. I shrug my shoulders and joke in return. I'm kind of the same way. Cody replies with a chuckle. I'm married to my work, at least until I make it big. Cody happily explains this as he turns to face the screen. Still, I could get a date any time. Do you realize how stuck up that sounds? The movie's starting. Fine, just ignore me. The lights dim and the soundtrack begins to play. The film is about a miserable lead who turns into a psychopath under a heroic fate. It's a suspense movie where the protagonist's terror and sorrow intertwine. That was really depressing. Some specific scenes and the overall plot are quite shocking, and I can't get them out of my thoughts. My friends were right. That was fascinating. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope I get roles like that soon. Cody is gazing vacantly at the blank screen while he talks. He really seems pleased. Ha, you're white as a ghost. Don't tell me you were scared. Maybe just a little. Why don't we get something to eat? I'll treat you as a thank you for the ticket. Sounds great. Once out of the theater, we continue walking along the street. I hear something beeping. Is that your phone? Oh, you're right. Who could it be? I take my smartphone out of my bag and check the display. It's from Ryan. Hello, Ryan. What's that? A special dessert buffet? At the hotel? Uh-huh. Yeah, Cody and I just got out of the theater. We're heading for lunch and... Ah! Hey, Ryan. Cody abruptly takes the smartphone from my hand and starts talking. He grabs it mid-sentence. Yes, it is. We're heading for lunch right now, and we'll be out late, so don't worry about my dinner. Later. He hung up! Here. Cody hands my phone back, and I stare at the blank screen. What did Ryan have to say? You really want to know? He did call me after all. He asked if our date was going smoothly, and I told him yes it is. What? Was I wrong? Surprised, I quietly shake my head sideways. Unfortunately, our timing looks to be off. All the good restaurants appear to be full. Shoot. Well, if there's no seating, how about we get takeout and eat in the park? Are you sure you don't mind? The weather's good. I think it would be great in the park. The two of us buy lunches at a cafe near the park, then find a shady tree to eat under. It looks delicious. You're funny, Cody mutters as I start eating my salmon and avocado galette. Why do you say that? The women I know all want to go to a fancy restaurant when a man is paying the bill. And yet here you are, sitting on the grass enjoying yourself. We don't have to be sitting in a restaurant to enjoy a good meal. By the way, thanks, it tastes great. Sure. Cody finally turns his attention to his own cheese and potato galette. The park is filled with children and their parents. They all seem to be having a good time. Looks like they're having fun. Yup. Hey, can you tell me about your family, Cody? Well, you know Ryan already. That's true. My parents are both dead. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. It's fine. Oh hey, want to get some ice cream? Cody tries to sound cheerful while he sees me searching for a response. 2 waffle cones? And what would you like in them? The attendant at the gelato wagon smiles cheerfully at us. Cody appears to be struggling as hard as I am choosing a flavor. I finally decide to pick something that looks good or to consider sharing something. Sharing. Do you know what you want, Cody? I'm thinking espresso and vanilla. How about you? The Moscato Bianco looks good. You're not going to get a double? No, 1 scoop is fine. Alright, give her the Moscato Bianco with a scoop of blood orange. Hey, he made it a double anyways. I'll help you with it. You mean we're going to share it? Cody enthusiastically leans towards me. Exactly. Gelato in hand, we begin searching for a place to sit. Just then, I spot a street performer handing out balloons to the kids. Wow, those balloons look so colorful against the blue sky. They do, don't they? Oh, that bench is open. Shall we sit there? We take a seat on the bench and begin sharing our gelato together. After chatting for a while, I look up and notice the sun is starting to set. Interested in riding the Ferris wheel? Cody sticks out his finger toward it with the sunshine on his shoulders. Sure, I'll bet it has a great view of Toledo. He grabs hold of my hand as soon as I stand up. Cody thinks it was the best choice. Oh yeah. The two of us quietly gaze at the city below, getting smaller and smaller as our gondola slowly rises. Picking up where I left off earlier, suddenly Cody breaks the silence. When? About my family. Oh, I had decided it was best not to pursue that topic. Ryan and I both became interested in the film industry sometime during middle school. I quietly nod as he continues talking. I was in my last year of high school preparing for college when my parents died in a traffic accident, so it was an accident that killed them. I'm sorry for bringing up the sad memory. Cody shakes his head reassuringly and continues. Ryan was in college at the time, studying to be a director. It became apparent to me that I couldn't hold a job and pay for college tuition and still make it to classes, so I told Ryan I wasn't going to go to college. He then explained to me that our parents had left us money and that I could use it to go to college since that was my dream. Like an idiot, I simply believed what he said. In reality, he had quit college instead and took up bartending in order to pay my way through. It wasn't until the end of my first year that I finally found out. I basically took Ryan's dream from him. Cody appears quite regretful. Cody, none of that is your fault. In my excitement, I stand up. Whoa, you're rocking the gondola. Sorry. Ryan told me he didn't feel he was cut out to be a director. So I don't see any reason for you to be blaming yourself, Cody. He's lying. Ryan's got talent. He just convinced himself he didn't have any, so that he could give up on his dream for my sake. Is that really true? We were so excited about films that we used to stay up until dawn talking about our favorite films and books. I remember I felt like an adult, swapping opinions with him. You've always gotten along well, haven't you? Of course. Why wouldn't we? Cody's bashful appearance turns serious for a moment. I intend to become a successful actor, and I'll never give up that dream. And I'm positive you'll succeed. I feel compelled to encourage him when I see the resilience in his eyes. Hey, look, isn't that the zoo at the Institute? We're on the descending half of our Ferris wheel ride when Cody points out the window. Oh, you're right. Is your job going okay? Well, we're still no closer to finding an antibody. Sounds complicated. The leopards are so beautiful though, particularly the one that I call Lana. Anytime I'm feeling tired or something has me stumped, I go complain to her. Kind of like a friend. Perhaps even my best friend. She'll just sit quietly and listen when I talk. I always feel at ease while talking to her. It sounds like having an older sister. Now that you mention it, you're right. I've only recently arrived at the Institute. Perhaps she actually sees me that way. Wow, wouldn't that be great? Well, if you think so. I grew up as an only child. I envy people like you who have siblings. Really? I would love it if Lana thought of me as a sister. It's kind of lonely being away from my family, you know. Your father is a specialist in animal care, isn't he? Uh-huh. He's constantly flying around the world, along with my mother. That must make for a busy life. I suppose. I think both my mom and I really enjoy it, however. What made you follow in your father's footsteps? I really respect him. I guess it's natural having grown up watching him work. Still, I have a long way to go to catch up. If I manage to save the Cody leopards, perhaps then I'll feel like I'm finally making progress. Yeah, I would imagine. I happen to glance over and see Cody's profile lit up in the sunset, and my heart begins beating faster. Okay guys, we'll see what happens in the gondola on the Ferris wheel on our date with Cody next time.